Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Aiden, and here is 7 things we would like to have in F1 2019 or in F1 2020. Now, I know that the Legends Edition came out 25th of June, Anniversary Edition came out 28th of June. So, more or less, like this game is still new in a way, but I thought of 7 things that could possibly be added in F1 2019 or they get added in F1 2020. But as of right now, most of these things that I've got written down could be useful for this game. And if any of you that agree with any of this stuff, then let me know in the comment section down below. But if you've got any ideas of your own, then let me know. Or if you don't agree, then, as I said, let me know in the comment section down below. But I've got these all written down, so if I mess up, sorry about that. But the first thing is new F1 engineer and R&D engineer. Now, with Jeff in my career mode, he's always negative. He's always telling me what to do with the RS, with the energy, like fuel, whatever it is. And I know how to do it and all that, but he's just always there being negative and controlling me, and it's really annoying. And I just can't concentrate on my race because he's always there talking. So you have to more or less tell him to shut up. So, just tone him down a bit, Codemasters, so when you're racing, he's not always talking to you. He's not always telling you how to control the fuel, the ERS, telling you to turn it up, turn it down, this, that, and the other. It's always annoying, when you're racing and you've always got him in your freaking ear rattling on. But, just sort him out, Codemasters, or get rid of him. The person that I thought of to replace him is Andy Knight. Now, we haven't seen Andy Knight in a while, so it would be nice to see him back as a new F1 engineer or R&D engineer. Now, Carl, people have wanted to bring back Chris. I believe he was from F1 2017. Could be wrong, but he was always telling you about your R&D parts, saying that they've been brought to your car correctly, or some of them have failed. The way it was in F1 2017, it was alright. I haven't really played fully with F1 2017, but I have seen videos of it from Arva, and you always at that desk, and he was always coming up to you, telling you that these parts failed, these parts fitted on properly. He gave you a sheet, and you could see on the laptop that you had these parts that have failed. It was pretty good in that. So potentially for F1 2019 down the line, can we have a new engineer and a new R&D engineer, so like Andy Knight and Chris? That'd be really cool. But the second one, I am going to leave until last, but you can see it anyways if you are watching this live stream back. But number 3, custom helmets. Now, you may be confused on what I mean by this. Don't worry, it will be explained. So, as in PC mods, you can do whatever you want to your helmet. Now with Tom97, he has added his own design. He's done stuff to his career mode. But for the helmets, it would be nice to have your own design. Now, obviously, as you can see right here, we have these helmets and that, which is, pretty cool. but for some reason I can't show you them, which is weird, like on the character. But yeah, you just have these helmets and that are just, looking pretty boring. And if you go down, you can buy these two, but they're just not that interesting in my opinion. So it would be nice to have your own section. So you have these two, then you go to R1 or whatever it is on the steering wheel on the Xbox. You can customize your own design, so you have a pure white helmet. You can add your own designs to it. You can add your own initials to it. Like mine's Aiden, so I might have that on there, or just like the capital A. It would be really nice to, have that kind of stuff for your helmet. But just as of right now, you just have these, designs and that. You just change the color. It's just pretty boring and nothing really interesting. But it would be nice to have your own custom helmets in the game. But the fourth one, I'm gonna leave that to side with number 2. Number 5, make our own badges. Now, I accidentally clicked R1, but as you can see by these two, you can buy them. I bought this one, but then you have just like these, and I'm like, well, okay then. But with like Black Ops 2, if you remember that, you can do your own emblem, and it would stand out in the lobby. Because what I used to do when I always played Black Ops 2, I always looked through people's emblems. I'm like, alright, who's got what? And I saw like Superman emblems, Batman emblems, anime, some rude ones. But it would be very nice to have, our own design to our badges, instead of just having these ones, because in the lobby we just see mostly like the same. Like when I had the wolf one, I had like 3 or 4 other people have it, and it was like, yeah, cool and that. But just to have your own design, it would just bring out something really special, not only to your name in multiplayer, but it'll make you stand out of the crowd. And it would be nice to have that kind of mode to F1. But as of right now, we just have these ones. But like I said, if they're not going to be putting F1 2019, then F1 2020, please do it. But anyways, customize our own outfit. Now, obviously with the way my outfit is, it's just the original white and black one. It's not anything really fascinating about, but you have just these outfits that are not really all that special. The only one that I like is this red and black one, but we just have these ones and they're not really that interesting. And if you get one, like for example you have this one and you see 2 or 3 other people having it that are on the podium with you, or just in the race with you, then it's not really special in my opinion. So the best thing to do is just to have our own design. So as of, for example, this one, we have our chance to change the orange to a red, change the black to a white, change the white to a purple or whatever. It would just bring that, special effect, more or less, in the online stages, where you can have yourself on the podium if you get there, dodge the dirty drivers and all that, and you have number 1, 2 and 3, the whole have different, suit colors, and potentially have our own emblems to them. So like the letter A for me, for Aiden of course, or just have like swirls or whatever, like symbols and stuff like that. It would just be very nice to bring that stuff to online, and that way you can stand out and not look like the rest of them. Because with the white one, I've seen a lot of that and I'm like, this is really getting boring and that. And I know that this game is more or less still new, but it would just be nice to customize your own suit instead of just having these boring looking ones and you gotta pay for these and that. I'm like, why do you need to like pay like what. And I know that you obviously you can get points due to online and that, but like I said, for the helmets, you have your standard, you have your premium, and then you can have a section of create your own. It would just bring something really nice to this game, other than just boring looking suits that people may already have, and it's just going to get boring. But let's get into the more interesting stuff. Now, obviously, with the multiplayer car, you can customize your own color and that, but you can't really change the livery, as I've said, for the helmets and the suits. Now for the cars, just have a section of create your own, where it's a pure white car and you can have whatever you want on the car. Not only for the F1 car, but can it be possible for an F2 car? Now, as I have said, is it possible? If it is, then that would be nice. So we've got the F1 section, we've got an F2 section, and then we can customize our own car to stand out from the other players. Now I know that if, for example, somebody has this one and they've got it like blue, yellow, red, whatever, and someone else has this and they've done it a different color, yeah, that would be nice, but we can tell it's like the same car because of the writing on it. So it would be nice to have our own way of things with the car liveries and the car writing and all that. Obviously you can't change any of this, only the color, but it would just be nice to start from scrap and spend some time and effort for those who do like doing that stuff, and just customize our own F1 cars and possibly bring in F2 cars, and we can customize them to our own way so we stand out from the rest, like the helmets and the outfits. It just would bring a nice effect to this game. But if it can't be done for this game, then please can it be done for F1 2020? But anyways, let's move to something else, which is number 4, more classic cars from like F1 2011, 2012, 2013. Now obviously you've got your showroom, you've got F1 2019 classic and F2 2018, which soon will be 2019, but you got these cars from back in the day, as we all say, but 1972, 76, etc. And once we go all the way through, it just stops at 2010. But can it be more special if it comes to the point where F1 2011 cars come in, F1 2012, F1 2013, 14, 15? Am I just pushing my luck? Maybe, but I would say like 2 or 3 from 2011 or 2012. It would just be very nice, even if there is no invitational events with these cars. It would just be nice to have them in the game, and then once you're doing multiplayer lobbies, you got these cars from 2011 if that was your favorite F1 game, or 2013 or 2012. I don't bloody know what your favorite F1 game was, but for me it was F1 2011. I really liked the Force India, so it would be nice to bring back a car from 2011, 2012, or 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I don't bloody know. I wouldn't say 2018, because obviously from 18 to 19 we had those Halos, but it would just be a nice effect to bring back some older cars from 2011 upwards. But other than that, let's move on to the next one. So F1 slash F2 team manager. Now I've seen people ask about this. Are we going to get something like that in this game? Can we have something like that in this game where we can manage our own team, our own drivers. Now that since driver transfers are in the game, it just came out of nowhere. But the reason why I said F1/F2 team manager is this. So we start from F2, we have our own team, customize it however we want, have our own drivers. I wouldn't say go through full on a F2 season. I would say like 4 to 5 races. And now I know that this sounds crazy, but if you all want an F2 season where you have yourself as the manager and you can just switch drivers around, for example, I don't know anybody in F2, but you have this person, you don't really like this person, so you're gonna want a different person for that team, so you switch around and stuff like that. It would be very nice, but F1 team manager, you manage your own team. I wouldn't really say like customize your own F1 car. It may be nice if you could, but if not, then that's fine. So let's just stick with the F1 2019 cars as of right now. So you go into manager mode and then you get to choose a team what you can manage. For example, people are a fan of the Red Bull. I don't know, I just chose at random. Somebody's a fan of Red Bull, or plenty of you, and you have Max Verstappen and Gasly. The person that I don't really like at Red Bull is Gasly, so maybe he's underperforming. He's not reaching the race goals for like P7 and he's finishing P9, 10, 11, and you just don't want him around, so you get rid of Gasly and you bring in somebody who has been beating him like constantly from, I would say, Haas. And Kevin Magnussen, for example, has just been dominating the top row grid, like from 10 to downwards to like P7 or 6, and you have Gasly that's P10 and Magnussen is like P7, and it just keeps happening to the point where Magnussen is always ahead of Gasly, so you switch them around and then Magnussen could push Red Bull to the top, as well as Max Verstappen, something like that. It would be nice for that to happen, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's always nice to bring in some nice ideas for this game. Now I know, like I said, it is more or less still new, so new things could come out, but these are the 7 things that I thought that would be very nice to have for F1 2019. If not F1 2019, then possibly F1 2020. But I have seen people say and talk about a F1 team manager. Now, if nobody's really interested in F2 team manager, that's fine. But I said it just in case anyone's going to ask me like, oh, what about an F2 team manager? Now, I know that for F2 you had 3 races, then you moved to F1, now you've got a full season. But in September you got the full F2 2019 season to go along with. So things ain't boring in F1 all the time. You're going through season, team changes, R&D changes. Red Bull's the best, Ferrari's the crappiest, or something like that. I don't know. But those, like I said, are 7 things we would like to have in F1 2019 or F1 2020. Now, if nobody's really interested in these 7 things and you like how this car is already, and you like the way Red Bull looks, and you don't want to really, have that point where you can create your own F1 car or F2 car, then that's fine. But if any of you do like the idea of creating your own F1 car, F2 car, and going into multiplayer with it, or you're going to the manager mode with it, like FIFA, you can manage your team or whatever. You can have Ronaldo on your team and Messi and all them good stuff. But to me, these ideas just came to my head. I wrote them down. I was like, yeah, this seems, really interesting. It could go well. If Codemasters, do see my live stream, I don't know if they do, I will maybe tweet them. But yeah, some things. So new F1 engineer now, R&D engineer, F1/F2 team manager, custom helmets, more classic cars from like F1 2011, 2012, 2013, etc. Make our own badges, customize our own outfit. And number 7, customize our own F1/F2 car. But yeah, it is really nice the way this game looks as of right now. But for example, like home, you have like more options and stuff like that, or solo, going to Grand Prix, and you have your own stuff, or championships. I don't bloody know, but 7 things have been said. I hope you all have liked them, loved them, or if you have hated them, then let me know in the comment section down below. But as of right now, the reason why there's no Williams Road to Glory career mode, I do want to talk about this before I end the stream. My new YouTube channel is still a work in progress. I have sorted out the channel symbol. I just need the channel art, adjusting the size and all that, and I also need to verify it. And then once it's verified, wait 24 hours until I can do a live stream. It is a real pain that I have to wait 24 hours, but it is what it is. But I have something really interesting to do on this channel as of for now, until my new one is sorted out. So once I've done this like career mode that I've got going on in my mind, I will then end up taking this career mode from this channel and move it on to my new one and do a playlist of my Road to Glory career modes / series or whatever. But anyways, if any of you do have any more ideas, then please put them in the comment section down below. And if you want to add me on PS4, there is my name in the top right, and I will see you in the next live stream. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Once again, peace out, and hashtag stay safe, everyone.